Let's see how I became broke.
Yes, you heard that correctly. How did Andrew Hales, whose YouTube channel is named LAWHF, go from being a top YouTuber earning $20,000 a month to consistently losing views and subscribers while also accumulating $30,000 in credit card debt? Even more, what steps has Andrew taken to bounce back and begin moving in the right direction for him at this time in his life? This is the story of LAWHF. Before we get into the video, I just want you guys to know that I did not make this video to bash Andrew, but instead to help you learn in a short period of time this unique, humbling, and insightful story which Andrew openly shares with his audience. Enjoy.
What's up, my big goats?
Now you may be wondering, who is this guy and why is his channel called LAWHF? LAWHF stands for a quote from the movie Fight Club, "Losing all hope was freedom." LAWHF, run by Andrew Hales, was once one of the top prank channels on YouTube due to his funny and usually awkward videos. Whether that was him being awkward in an elevator, acting out The Notebook with girls,
It still isn't over.
or holding people's hands. But long before Andrew built his YouTube channel to 2.3 million subscribers, he was a normal college kid in Utah with many different jobs.
In college, I had like probably 20 different jobs. I was a telemarketer, I was a waiter, I was a host, a cashier. I sold a lot of stuff door to door. I actually was seriously pursuing this Italian ice push cart business and doing that at events and fairs and stuff. And so I've always kind of been a little entrepreneur.
In addition to Andrew's entrepreneurial ventures, he also messed around with making videos with friends. Until one day, when he was 21 years old, he decided to get serious.
2012, I finally got serious and hired a guy off Craigslist for like 20 bucks an hour or whatever. And we finally did this idea that I had had for years that I thought would be funny, is almost picking up chicks.
Dang it.
A couple weeks later, World Star picked it up. I got like 20,000 subscribers. And then we just kept posting every week. And then 10 weeks later, we did Holding Hands. And that blew the up, like 5 million views in a week. Oh, sorry. And that made like 30 grand in a week. And I was like, oh man, I gotta keep doing this.
30 grand in a week?
I was like, whoa.
Whoa. It's way better than snow cones.
So then like a month later, I sold my cart and just only did YouTube every Monday for the next year and changed my life.
Over the next couple years, Andrew consistently made funny and awkward videos that received millions of views and thus made him one of the most popular YouTubers of the early 2010s. But then in 2016, at the age of 26, Andrew started to get sick of doing these awkward pranks on college campuses.
I was getting older and it just wasn't funny anymore.
You just feel immature.
Yeah.
I feel that way a lot.
Well, it's kind of like forcing yourself to play with G.I. Joes. Mm-hmm. And you just grow up and you're like, this is my career though.
It's like, I gotta keep playing with G.I. Joes. That's the best way to put it.
With this desire to do something new, Andrew eventually started a new series called Chatting With, where he interviewed various people.
I started just doing like other friends and then other YouTubers over the course of 2017, and then then I dabbled in pranks again a little bit and just out of desperation for money.
Then at the end of 2017, Andrew had the unique idea to interview intriguing people that didn't necessarily have a big online presence.
Non-celebrities, just
Categories.
right? Meth head, whatever, and then flat earther, and then
Stock trader, millionaire.
All these different categories. And so 2018 and 19 were that was another heyday for LAWHF.
During this new peak for Andrew's channel, he was fully living it up as a young, rich, and popular YouTuber.
I made about 250,000 in 2018 and about 200,000 in 2019. I traveled a lot. I went to Russia, Japan, Paris. All the while paying $3,600 a month for this rent in LA.
But then, at the end of 2019, Andrew got a serious wake-up call when his chatting with videos began to get less and less views.
I don't know, I guess I thought it would last forever. But it started to go down and down and down, and I was partying more and more and more and whatever, and there you have it.
And as his views declined, so did his YouTube income.
It just like shrunk from 15 a month down to like $3,000 a month within a couple months. And so then it was like, oh.
But not only did Andrew continually party and spend lots of money, he forgot to plan for one thing that is absolutely unavoidable in life.
Another big thing is taxes. I always like forget to save money for the taxes, and then it's like, boom, you owe 40 grand. It's like, oh. And so then I'll put it on a credit card or something, and then that'll start the snowball rolling. Yeah, it's just being dumb. Like, I know it's my fault.
In addition to these negative events, Andrew's views and income further decreased because of what happened in 2020.
The quarantine has made everything halted for a second, especially with the chattings, and everyone like canceled on that. And so I bought myself out of my contract of this like $3,600 a month apartment in LA and got this much cheaper apartment.
Because of Andrew's drastically decreasing YouTube income, his accumulation of credit card debt, and his inability to interview guests for his Chatting With series, he was under tremendous financial pressure.
There's this constant pressure to upload to keep the AdSense high so that I can pay for my life and pay my bills, and I think with a job, part-time job, it'll help ease that pressure a little bit. I mean, I don't want to quit YouTube, I just trying to take a little bit of the stress off.
In order to relieve this stress, Andrew decided to face his fear and finally get a part-time job.
2 years ago, I was so deathly afraid of getting a real job. And now it's like, it feels like a big weight off my shoulders. And now I'm like, I feel like it's like it's like a relief. It's weird. It'll be like my first job in about 10 years. My first real steady paycheck. And I'm actually kind of excited.
Even though Andrew reached a low point in his life, because of the learning he's gained and his acceptance of his current situation, he's finally excited and relieved to be heading in the right direction for him at this time in his life. And when we experience tough times in our lives, like Andrew has, we can remember to follow his example, to learn from the situation, never give up, and keep moving forward. Thanks for watching.